Farming is one of the most important industries in western Wisconsin and across the United States. From family farms near La Crosse, Eau Claire, Toma, Sparta, Viroqua, and throughout Wisconsin to large agricultural operations in the region, farming supports many communities, but it's also physically demanding, physical, and inherently dangerous work. If you or a loved one has been injured on a farm, it's critical to speak with an experienced Wisconsin farm accident lawyer as soon as possible to protect your rights and your recovery. Farming is in my blood, having lived and worked on dairy farms, beef ranches, and other places for much of my life. Wisconsin is home to more than 58,000 farms and nearly 14 million acres, and agriculture accounts for nearly 10% of jobs statewide. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, tens of thousands of serious agricultural work injuries occur every year nationwide. These injuries are often severe, life-changing, and financially devastating to farm workers and their families. Farm accidents can happen in many ways, including farm machinery and equipment accidents, highway crashes with cars, semis, and other motorists, exposure to chemicals and toxic substances and products that are sometimes needed in farming, cattle and livestock injuries, hauling injuries, silo accidents, and others. No matter how a farm injury happens, victims often have more legal options than they might be aware, including workers' compensation and personal injury lawsuits. One of the most common causes of farm injuries in Wisconsin involve vehicle accidents. Farm work frequently requires the use of trucks, skid steers, tractors, ATVs, UTVs, which are often operated both on private property and public highways. If you're unsure what legal options are available after a farm accident, speaking with a Wisconsin farm accident attorney can make a major difference in the outcome of your case. In Wisconsin, most employers are required to carry workers' compensation insurance. If a farm worker is injured while performing job duties, workers' compensation may provide medical expense coverage, temporary or permanent disability benefits. However, workers' compensation benefits are limited and oftentimes are not available at all, and insurance companies often try to minimize payments or deny valid claims. In many cases, a personal injury claim may also be available when an employer lacks workers' compensation coverage, or maybe a third party causes your injury, defective farm equipment and machinery, exposure to chemicals and products that are unsafe or not properly marked. A skilled Wisconsin farm accident lawyer can evaluate both types of claims and pursue the maximum coverage available to you and your loved ones. A successful farm accident personal injury case may allow recovery of medical bills, lost wages, loss of future earning capacity, pain, suffering, and disability, and loss of spousal relationship. To win a personal injury case, the injured farm worker must prove fault, show how the incident happened, and document the full extent of the damages and their injuries. Having an experienced attorney handling this process is often critical to any success. ATVs and UTVs are very common now in Wisconsin farms, but they lack many of the safety features found in passenger vehicles and larger equipment. Rollover and tip-over accidents are especially common, and unfortunately many farmers and passengers don't wear helmets or seatbelts, which can make those injuries even worse and sometimes result in death. According to Consumer Product Safety Commission, off-highway vehicles cause over 100,000 emergency room injuries and hundreds of deaths each year. When these accidents happen, liability may rest with a negligent operator, a property owner, the owner of the vehicle, or a defective vehicle manufacturer. Working with an experienced Wisconsin farm injury lawyer means careful investigation of the accident, aggressive handling of insurance companies, strategic pursuit of workers' compensation and personal injury claims, and a focus on maximizing long-term financial recovery. Farm accidents can be complex, but with the right legal guidance, injured workers and their families are more likely to receive what you truly deserve from an accident. If you or someone you love was injured in a farming accident, please contact my office and schedule a free consultation.